All right, guys, let's talk about doing the mask for the show. So I'm gonna leave, I showed you this the other day. It's this cream palette. I'm gonna leave this for you to play with in the meantime. So until we figure out what color we wanna use, you can just kind of explore. We'll start with using the white and then maybe do the red and the yellow on stage. We'll avoid the blue, the green, and the black just because we want this to pop on your faces. And I feel like those would kind of fall into your face a little. So start by just taking one of these like little spatula tool things and you can scrape some product out. And you don't need a ton, you just need it very, very little. Place it on the back of your hand, like so. And then take your brush and really just kind of coat the product all over. So what we're gonna do is that kind of crescent shape on the side. We'll do kind of another brow above and then take a line following that kind of like natural line that you see by the nose. So let's start with the side crest though. So we'll start just by taking a straight pointed line and then we're going to curve it out to the side, come down and stop about the nose. So this will be about 3/4 of your face. And then once you have the basic line in, you can then start to crescent it out, making it a bit thicker. I went into my hairline, try and avoid doing that. There you go. And then let's just start small and then build up from there. So that seems to be a pretty good shape right now. You have some thickness, you have a little bit of texture with that straight tip at the point at the top there. And then from about above your natural brow, we'll pull out of here and then another crescent shape. Coming all the way to like eyebrow area right before you get to your nose. And then same thing here, we'll just start to thicken that in a little bit. Now here's the fun part. This is gonna be the freehand area. So just get some makeup on the tip of, just the very, very tip. And then we're gonna use that tip to square off the center and then draw a thinner line coming off of our nose down that, God, what is that called? It has a word, like that crease there, I can't remember. Anyways, and then come down to your mouth. So it kind of has like that ventriloquist kind of line there. And then you can go through and just darken that line up. Cool, and then once you have the mask on, step back, kind of get a gauge of it because, people will see it from a distance and I can see in the camera it's kind of fallen away a little. So we're gonna go back through and just thicken it up, starting with the crescent, making that a little bit bolder and a little bit more of a point and a curve to add a little bit more texture and shape. Yeah. Then same thing here, we'll just kind of add a little bit more thickness at the bottom of the ridge. And then take a step back and I can already see that's kind of popping up a little bit better. And then same thing with this line. I don't want this to be very dark though, more kind of like a shadowy effect. So just go through and maybe crisp it up a little bit, but don't make it terribly thick. There we go. Take a step back. Maybe add some detail. Lovely. Cool, and then what you could explore doing, once you feel like you've gotten this down, maybe you could explore, if you do like the white color or the yellow, you could take a little bit of black and just outline it, just so it adds that depth and that dimension to it so it doesn't look so flat. But right now, just focus on creating the shape, seeing it. Let's see it on stage, what Rebecca and Todd think about it. And if they like it, that's great. Then don't worry about outlining it with another color. Let's just stick here for now, but just know that might be an option down the road. And then you'll repeat that on the opposite side. So I'm just gonna do it real quick, just so you can kind of see the overall shape of everything. And that little bit of makeup is still lasting me quite a bit. So yeah, you should only need less than a dime size Not even that, like just a little scrape. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Keep in mind, like don't, if you're not the best drawer, don't beat yourself up over it. Neither am I. Which is kind of funny because I do makeup for a living, right? And if it gets too thick like that, you can just take a Q-tip, get it a little bit wet, and then you can just rub it off. And that's what I like about this cream makeup, is that it goes on easy and it comes off easy. Like so. Oh, my own hair's getting in the way. So this whole process shouldn't take more than just a few minutes. And probably your first time doing it, it's gonna take a minute because you're doing something new. Right, see, there we go. Pretty simple, pretty clean. And like I said, I will get those stencils made. I honestly think that's gonna be so much more work though, because when I was trying the stencils on myself, since I'm not working on a flat surface because this is so big, you know, I've got the curvature of my cheekbones, then my recession points and so on and so forth, that like when I put the stencil down, it just looked very warbly or kind of came out of the stencil. So I think freehanding it will be easier. And then same thing with this line, you know, I couldn't make a stencil for it because it's such a weird curvature and it's so thin. So right now I just have the stencil for these, the top and the bottom. I'm sorry, the top and the side. So, but I'll get them laminated so you can try and explore and see what works best for you. But this is just kind of the basic outline of it. Obviously, I didn't take as much time darkening this in, but yeah. If you have any questions, just send me a message, let me know. Otherwise, happy painting.